Looks like we are live! Happy birthday, Super Mario Odyssey! It's hard to believe it's already been 3 years since this game came out. Feels like just yesterday I was at a Best Buy getting this game day one, so excited to play it. Wow. Mainly feels longer because 2020 has been an absolutely crazy year, and anything before that feels like in a completely different era, but I am very excited to be replaying this game. I beat the game, I believe, 2 or 3 times 100%. I think 2 at the absolute least. And I gotta say, I love this game. This is my favorite game of all time, my favorite Mario game. And to anyone who says this game is bad because, oh, it has too many moons, it's too open, when we get Mario Sword and Shield, don't complain to me, because this game is awesome right here, I love to play it, and let's get past the title screen and get into it. Yeah, 3rd anniversary of the best game ever. So this is the Sand Kingdom right here, if you've never played Super Mario Odyssey, although I'm pretty sure most of you have. And this was the first kingdom we ever saw in the game. Before it even had a name, it was revealed in the Switch reveal trailer. We only got 5 seconds of footage, but even then I could tell that it'd be a different kind of Mario game where it'd be more open nature. Let me lower the volume a little bit so I can hear a little better. There we go. Oh, you still have the coin. Check the back of the coin. You can see that Isle Delfino was going to be in the game. So let's see what he wants. Yes, I do know Amiibo. Thank you for trying to sell them to me. It's not like I already have over 100 of them. I love Pokemon. I just don't like Sword and Shield. I think they're rushed and lazy games. The Pokemon Company could do so much better, but they just choose not to. So one of the things I absolutely love about this game is the movement. If you play a game like Mario 64, Sunshine, or even Galaxy, they don't control horribly, but it's not as fun to control Mario. But here, it is so much fun. That's part of the fun of the game. So I'm rolling around right now like Sonic. I guess that's the result of Mario going to the Olympics with him for quite some time. You can get a speed boost by shaking the controller, or you can just play without motion controls, although you're probably wanting to use the motion controls. You could also use the Joy-Cons, but I always find the Pro Controller more comfortable. There is no new Mario Kart 9 video. I can't really think of anything else to do with it. Yeah, they really did reveal the game with the Metro Kingdom. That was the first official reveal. Yeah, Apple is a thief. So one of my favorite things about this game is that you can choose costumes for Mario. That was such a cool feature because before this, it was really rare to see Mario not wearing his traditional red and blue outfit. It would be cool to see him wearing short sleeves in Sunshine, but now, short sleeves pretty much just turned into no sleeves at all. It's pretty hot outside, so I was thinking maybe the boxers, but considering we're in a town inspired by Mexico, I'm gonna wear one of my favorite costumes in the game, the sombrero and the poncho. No, my channel's been around for over 8 years. Hard to believe, isn't it? The Cars 2 remake? Are they making a game that's a remake of it, or a movie? Because I heard Cars 2 was a terrible movie. Yeah, let's see. So right now I'm just gonna mess around and collect more moons in the kingdom. I think this one has some of the highest amount of moons. Probably because the area is more open. Let's check it out. You can see how many moons you got. 43 out of 89. So I already beat the game. We're gonna look for more moons. I think this dog will help us. Oh, you're the Chad in the background that plays in handheld mode? You shake your entire screen? I've done that too, although I haven't been playing much in handheld mode since I haven't really been able to go out that much. Alright, where is the dog?
Where are you, you little ugly thing? Ugly.
Okay, where did he go? Gotta be around here somewhere. Let's check around. Yeah, I agree. The Mushroom Kingdom doesn't really count that much because most of them are from Toadette. Let's see where the dog went. Alright, Nevins, where are you? Can't find where he went. That's so weird. Is it like a glitch or something, or he just went in a different place? Because this kingdom's big, you'll get lost sometimes. Okay. Maybe over here? Oxygen. Something I can't live without. I'm thinking of watching the Animaniacs reboot. I liked the first series. Oh well, we'll worry about the dog later. Let's collect some moons, and here's our first one. Oxygen's underrated. You know, if you mix hydrogen and oxygen together, you can get some really good things. It's called water. Try it someday. I think we might need this to access a higher place, but I already did the girl Goomba thing. Or the Goombette thing. I don't know what she's called. Let's see, NP Royalty is back. Good to see ya. Hey Demeech, first off, happy 3rd anniversary to Mario Odyssey. Second, I would love to stay, but it's getting a little late for me and I have school. Have a good stream, Demeech. Well, thank you. Focus on your school first, because this stream will stay up if you want to see it, but always focus on your school first. Mario comes second, or Nintendo for that matter. Alright. Let's see what we can find. Actually, we're gonna need to capture the bullet bill. The capture mechanic in this game is so much fun. Seriously, I just don't understand how people are saying this game is overrated and just, oh, there's too many moons. Well, the fun of this game is finding all kinds of moons. There really doesn't need to be that much of a purpose getting them. Personally, I find this game to be way better than Sunshine. Or 64 for that matter, especially 64. Water is very overrated, chocolate milk is underrated. Not in America. Especially the Trumu stuff. I actually had to make sure I 100% Mario Galaxy, but as Green Mario. This makes it the 4th time I 100% in Galaxy. Yeah, definitely do it in Odyssey. I will warn you, the reward isn't great, but you're gonna have a good time. And games are meant to be fun. And this game certainly is fun. Hey T&D, I'm surprised you didn't walk out on the stream after hearing the music in the background. That's an inside joke no one else will get. Hello. I think this will eventually be considered the best Mario game in the series, unless they make Odyssey 2, which will probably be even better. I've never 100%ed Sunshine, it's just so tedious. I tried to in 3D All-Stars, but those blue coins are awful. I might try again, but it's just, I don't really like Super Mario 3D All-Stars that much. Don't have much of an interest playing it. I mean, it's, I don't know, Nintendo's just been, I kind of don't really have that much interest in what they're currently doing. I'm glad people are starting to realize that what they're doing is scummy. Wake me up when Mario Kart 9 gets revealed. Just wake me up when Mario Kart 9, Super Mario Odyssey 2, a new Donkey Kong, Pikmin 4, a new Mario sports game, even something like Mario Football would be really cool. A new Chibi Robo, F-Zero, pretty much any kind of new game, because these ports are not exciting me anymore, with the exception of maybe 3D World. We'll see how much Pikmin has to offer, but yeah, I don't know. Animal Crossing's really been the only game I've played consistently this year. Home Circuit's a pretty good time too, but it's definitely not Mario Kart 9. Odyssey 2 looks like an N64 game. Well, with Odyssey 2, they could just reuse this engine, but I get the joke. Would that be Mario Sword and Shield? No, you know what Mario Sword and Shield would look like? It would look like a bootleg Mario game that you'd find on Android or iOS before Mario Run and Mario Kart Tour came out. And Dr. Mario World, of course. It looked like one of those. And then you'd have the people saying, well, it's just a creative art style. That's the art direction they're going. I call them Pokemon Poop and Pee. I'd just rather see a new Punch-Out. ARMS was a kind of cool idea, but there just wasn't enough to do. I mean, it'd be cool having the game get a second chance. I already got that moon. They've been trying to do that with Smash. Alright, I see a moon there. Can't wait for the Thanksgiving profile picture. You sure you want to make it? Because I got a new... Actually, you know what? You could do the rough draft. And I got a tablet that I can draw on now. Because before I was just using the touchpad on my laptop. And that wasn't fun. But it's so easy to draw now, and I can actually make some pretty good drawings. I love to draw, it's just... haven't in a while. Alright. Get the purple coins and then go for the moon. Oh, come on! I was that close. Although, maybe if I go back up there. Let's see. If I wait... I'd just rather have a new Mario sports game. But that's just me. Oh, come on! Well, at least we got the purple coins. Are we talking about Big Al from Toy Story? Mario Golf World... Yeah, Mario Golf World Tour was a great game. Okay, what the heck just happened there? Good news is I think we can fast travel. So we're gonna just go there. Oddly enough, Mario Kart isn't my favorite Nintendo series. That would be 3D Mario. I'd say probably Donkey Kong, though. Mario has the best 3D games, Donkey Kong has the best 2D. And platformers are my favorite. But I like all kinds of games. Oh, you got a Christmas wish list already? What's on it? I won't hate you for liking Mario Tennis Aces. Nintendo hasn't given you an opportunity to play Power Tennis or any of the Game Boy games. There we go. No, I couldn't really hate anyone for having an opinion on a game. They're just video games. Who cares? Let people have fun and have different opinions. I might dislike Paper Mario the Origami King, but you're free to like it if you want. Although I do wonder if you never played the Thousand Year Door or anything before it. Okay, let's see. What got delayed, Jato the P. Moreno? Oh yeah, you did get... Oh, I heard that. Yeah, that's why I don't like to pre-order, but with the whole pandemic going on, I have no choice but to order online. Sometimes I'll pre-order, sometimes I won't. I just have to be really confident in a game to pre-order it. Like, I pre-ordered Mario Kart Live, and it's exactly what I expected. Pretty fun. I'm glad you like the Origami King. I don't think it's for me, though. Maybe if it's a Nintendo Select someday. Yeah, hard to believe this game's 3 years old. And after 3 years, it's still a blast to play. So let's see, we're gonna help... or Mary find her little lamb. 3 of them, actually. Right, so here's one. It's Shaun the Sheep. We need to find the other ones. Mario Sports Mix, Mario Strikers Charge, Lego Mario Sets, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Smash Bros. Fighter Pass, and other stuff. Pretty good list. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a really fun game. Very underrated. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is the most underrated, or not underrated, the best 2D platformer ever made. Although it is a little bit underrated compared to some other games. Let's see the other ones. Mario Sports Mix, if you have multiplayer or people to play with, it's really fun, but the single player it's just okay. Really easy. Lego Mario I have not had experience with. As with Fighter Pass 2, I didn't get it, but if I see more characters I like, which I've liked the choices so far, I'll probably get it. Just really haven't been that much into Smash. I like Smash to an extent, but I don't get obsessive over it. Okay, let's see. I think I already got the moon from that bird. Yes, I did. So we need to just find the sheep. Where did he go? Actually, you know what? There could be moons here. There are. I bet a lot of people didn't know that Frozen Olaf's Quest is actually a Nintendo Select. So there are a few sub-areas in the game like this. They'll probably want to refill on some water. There we go. The moons in Odyssey are super easy to get because the devs wanted it to be pick up and play. Not all of them are easy to get, but if you're 100%ing the game, that's where the challenge is. It's just Nintendo games have been easier ever since New Super Mario Bros. Wii. They have the modes like the Super Guide and the White Tanuki suit. There we go. I believe Olaf's Quest was a Walmart exclusive. Just like Chibi Robo. You want to go to Kentucky, not jail? Who are you, Patrick? Alright, let me just get my phone real quick because it was charging. 90% already, that's the beauty of a Samsung Galaxy. Alright guys, so we're going to have T&D join us, so I'm going to give him a call and put him on the live stream. So let's see, alright, let's give him a call. And yes, I still use Skype. What up?
Are we live?
Yeah, I think so. Is everything working on your side?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Guys, can you hear him? Alright, we're gonna go in this cavern right here. Are you able to watch us on YouTube as well?
I'm watching right now.
Okay,
Hello,
everyone can hear you. I think I got most of the moons here. Alright,
There's a couple of hidden ones here.
Yeah, I think I got all of them though. I see I got the purple coins. I think we'll just go to Metro Kingdom. It's my favorite game too. T&D doesn't love it as much. He'd rather play a game like Mario Sunshine. I like Mario Sunshine though.
I never said that.
No, he'd rather play Sonic Forces. He loves Sonic so much that he'd rather play Sonic Forces than this game.
No, I'm not. No, I would never play Sonic Forces.
I mean, Sega just announced the double pack if you want to get Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz, and Sonic Forces today for $40.
We've dubbed it. The Sonic fans have dubbed it the Trash Pack.
The Trash Pack?
The Trash Pack, yeah, because the Banana Blitz remake was not good, and Forces is Forces. So yeah. And then they put Team Sonic Racing with Mania, which TSR is just it's okay. It's not the best thing in the world, but I don't know. But Odyssey, you're watching Odyssey right now.
Well, we're not going to stream Sonic Forces anytime soon. Although, when did this game come out? When did Sonic Forces come out? Because
the same year as Odyssey.
yeah, I think that's going to have its 3rd anniversary too this year. And while everyone was, you know, everyone's going to make a post on Twitter or something like that saying, the icons are back! And it's going to have Mario with Cappy, it's going to have Crash from Crash 4, and then it's going to have Sonic in the trash can from Diddy Kong, or I was going to say Diddy Kong's Quest. Yeah, Diddy Kong's Quest.
Yeah, Yeah.
Diddy's Conquest, Donkey Kong Country 2.
It sucks because he's one of my favorite video game characters, and it sucks seeing like a franchise you love just not being up to par lately.
I mean, that's how I feel with Paper Mario, and that's how I feel with Pokemon especially. At least with Paper Mario, from what I've heard, the games are still of high quality, but Pokemon, it's like they're making them in, like they're just pumping out Pokemon games. They have a robot making them. I didn't get all the points to get that. It's just, you're not really into Pokemon, but I get how you feel, because I've been playing Pokemon ever since Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and yes, I know maybe that kind of spoiled me, but it's just Sword and Shield. There's a reason why I call them Pokemon Pee and Poop.
A suitable names for them, because, wow. Because I think a lot of fans were expecting it to be kind of like the quote-unquote Breath of the Wild of Pokemon, and I was like, oh, that can kind of be cool. It could evolve the concept, and literally looks like a high-res 3DS game with some, I don't know, better lighting, I guess.
But the tree was an artistic vision. There's a reason why it looks like it's from the N64.
Yeah, that was bad. That was really, really bad. I mean, that's kind of how I felt about Sonic Forces. Like it's like some of it looked good, and then a lot of it looked horrible. At least to me, like I don't know how anyone could defend that game. But you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But
I mean, it's
fine. Wow, that game was just.
Are we What were you talking about again? Sonic and the what?
Oh no! I was saying, because you were talking about Pokemon. I was saying like.
Oh come on! I just lost by 1 point.
Say that again?
I just lost by 1 point, but I get what you mean by defending games and stuff. It's so weird that people defend games like it's their life to defend them. Like, are they paid to be Nintendo's PR? Maybe.
I don't know. It's weird because I remember when Forces came out. I think Nintendo Life, Alex, he did. You remember? You were the one who sent it to me. He was saying that Sonic Forces was bad, and everybody attacked him. Like the whole Sonic Forces defense squad. I'm like, guys, he wouldn't have said it was bad if it was good. You know what I mean? It's not like he has an agenda.
Exactly. He just didn't like Sonic Forces.
Yeah. It goes for Nintendo too, nowadays with Pokemon, but
you know what happened though? Oh, finally got enough points to get the moon. Are you kidding about art? Let me answer a few comments because someone said a few things. How could he go from Power Tennis to Aces? I don't know, but at least it's better than Ultra Smash, but that's really not that far of a path to cross. Ultra Smash, more like Ultra Trash. Yes, I saw the Sticker Star build and it looked a lot more like Thousand Year Door. So sad we didn't get that because Sticker Star is a crappy game. It's the worst Mario game ever.
Didn't it start as didn't it start as a Paper Mario 64 remake on the 3DS?
Yeah. And then someone said, what if Pokemon Red came to the Switch? I mean, we got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, which are yellow, which is kind of the same game. Or if you're talking to the guy at Walmart, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Inside joke.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. I was calling around Walmart to try to get the Pokeball bundle, because I heard it was on sale. And I asked, hi, do you have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee with the Pokeball? I don't have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, but what I do have is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, so you can pick it up first come, first serve.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if I told you, but I recently beat Crash 4.
Yeah, I heard you told me, like 100%?
Not, not 100%. That's gonna be a nightmare to beat 100%.
I'm sure it's gonna be easier to 100% than Sunshine.
No, my friend. This is one of the. I would say this is harder than the original Crash trilogy, and those games are tough.
Well, I think we need more hard games though, because everything is just too easy now.
Oh yeah, but when you finally get to play it, you'll see what I mean. Like, you're gonna play a couple levels, you're gonna be like, I could have sworn I've gotten every box. You're gonna feel like me, but the game is fantastic. Just such a great game. I'm so glad Crash is back. He's one of my favorite gaming icons.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So we're gonna go to a different kingdom, so which one do you recommend? Because I'm thinking about the Metro Kingdom. Maybe the Wooded Kingdom? Although, it's a toss-up between the Wooded, the Metro, and the Luncheon Kingdom. Because those were the first kingdoms revealed outside the Sand Kingdom, which we already visited.
Right. Let's go to Metro Kingdom. Yeah, why not?
I'll go to New York. Go to New York. I'm gonna go to Manhattan.
The Big Apple.
The only Apple that I'd go to. I don't plan on getting an iPhone anytime soon. Did you hear that they got rid of the charging brick? I think people were begging for fast chargers to come with the phone and then just remove the charging brick.
Oh, that was for the iPhone 12, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I saw a meme about that, and I wasn't sure if it was just like over exaggerating or not. But I remember they removed the headphone jack.
No, I don't have a consistent streaming schedule. People just hate Odyssey because they feel like it's cool to be edgy and cool to have a different opinion and call a game like this overrated, and they never really give much criticism outside of Too Many Moons. The creativity is pouring in this game, the controls are great, the capturing mechanic is fun. It's just either the people are trying to have a different opinion just to be edgy, or they could just be someone who hate everything Nintendo does outside the GameCube and Wii era. I don't like how shiny the ghosts look.
I like the game a lot. I just wish it was a little bit more structured in certain places, because I will admit I was annoyed that some of the moons were so easy to get.
Yeah, that was kind of silly, but other than
like
that...
a couple of post-game moons, but I agree with you. I think it's one of the most heartfelt 3D Marios ever made.
And
yeah. I just hope Odyssey 2 just kind of, has a more of a focus on its structure this time. That's all I'm asking for, because everything else in Odyssey, chef's kiss.
Exactly. Quite literally, because we can dress up as a chef, but I think we're going to use Mario's musician outfit. It's also in Mario Kart Tour. Let's make music. That's actually one of the few high-end costumes that I got, because every time I play Mario Kart Tour, all I get is crap. Like, there was literally a time where I think I got 2 baby daisies, a lot of the crappy carts. That's why people don't like that game, and I totally understand it.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
Somebody says the gameplay and audio are out of sync.
Oh, there's not much I can do about that. For some reason, I didn't get a
Sorry about that.
Yeah, YouTube's been weird when it comes to notifications. It's just, they always find a way to screw something up. Oh, no replay value, Too Many Moons. I don't know what kind of crack they're smoking. Probably the same kind John did.
Oh no, I think Odyssey has a lot of replayability. I kind of wish, for the post-game, I kind of wish they kind of expanded the worlds. Like, we got, like, new section of New Donk City instead of getting more moons in the same areas. I thought that would have been really cool. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, that would have been cool, but I don't know, we'll always have the opportunity for a sequel, so 2 questions. It's, imagine if Nintendo ported their mobile games to the Switch. That'd be pretty cool. I think if Nintendo made Mario Kart Tour Ultimate and had everything from that game for just a flat price, then yeah, I'd be all for it. Because that's a great game minus the gacha, and if you remove that, I'd say it's easily one of the best Mario Kart games ever made.
Right. Tyler Guy, are you excited for Mandalorian Season 2 on Disney+? I have not started the first season. I've heard it's very good. I have to be honest, I'm not the world's biggest Star Wars fan, so, I'll watch it when I can, but, yeah, it hasn't been on my radar because of that.
So I think this would also be a good time to give everyone a sneak peek of our predictions for 2021, because, I mean, we've been talking about them, we've been thinking about them, like, early on, because, let's face it, as our good old friend Shawnee Boy says, there's nothing I can do. So it feels like Nintendo this year, there's not much more they can really do or reveal. They could always shock us and reveal a bunch of stuff, but I highly doubt that'll happen, so going from the point where all we know about is Age of Calamity coming out, and that's kind of it. What are your predictions for Nintendo's 2021? Because I've come to the realization that they'll only release 2 to 3 big games a year. So let's think about what those could be.
Yeah. Well, we already know that we're gonna get some sort of Switch revision in the first quarter of the year.
Well, that's not fact. It's
With that said, well, no, that's tying into what my predictions are gonna be. With that said, I think it would be wise to maybe release a game that shows off what this new revision can do. And I think what better game to do that with than Mario Kart 9. It's been long enough already. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is so fatigued at this point.
yeah, exactly.
And what could sell more units than a new Mario Kart game?
Exactly.
That's my first prediction. Besides that, I'll be honest, man. I think this is like one of the first years I can't really predict anything from Nintendo. Maybe, I guess since we're on the subject, maybe Odyssey 2, or Breath of the Wild 2. But like we've said that like year and year, we said that last year, we said that the year before, nothing happened. So yeah, I don't know. I'll say. I'll say we're running out of Wii U ports, so they might as well just start giving us 3DS ports.
They're gonna find a way to port Switch games too. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe before we get Mario Kart 9. I don't think that would happen. But I think Odyssey 2, that could happen. I was really disappointed in the Mario 35th Direct because, okay, we can have a few ports, and we didn't see enough about Bowser's Fury to get that excited. But we have no idea about any new Mario games that are coming. I mean, we have Home Circuit now. It's a pretty fun game. I like it, but I'd rather have a new Mario Kart. Like, it's a toy more than a game. It's like a mini amusement park ride. I'd put it on the tier of something like Mario Kart Arcade GP VR, except this you can actually bring in your house, so it's different than that. But we just want the big boys Mario Kart. The Mario Kart 9 we've been waiting for so many years. It's just 8 Deluxe, you're right, it's so fatigued. I can't play it anymore without getting bored, because you played the game, I think a day after launch you got it? I got it day one. I saved up all my birthday money that year to get it.
Yeah, I'm just sick of Mario Kart 8 since, I want to say well before Deluxe came out. I think you were excited about it.
Yeah, it was.
But,
It's just...
I think I was and I was just kind of like, I'm just give me a new Mario Kart. Like, why do we have to have a port of it?
I didn't know it would be this
It
long.
made sense at the time. It kind of made sense at the time, just because, like, okay, Mario Kart sells well. You know, this is a new console. Nintendo hasn't been doing well lately. I guess it makes sense.
I mean,
But
if you think
they
about
didn't
it...
even, like, there wasn't even like DLC for Deluxe.
The Switch was rushed out because the Wii U did so bad that they had to think of a replacement quick. They had to just put it out there, and that's why it has all the hardware issues while other Nintendo consoles didn't.
Yeah.
And a lot of the games that were being worked on
somebody
for the
said-
Wii U... Oh, what was that?
Go on.
A lot of the games that were
I was
being
gonna
worked
say
on...
somebody-
Oh. A lot of the games that were being worked on for the Wii U got ported to the Switch. Luigi's Mansion 3 was originally a Wii U game, and Odyssey I'm pretty sure was in development for the Switch since day one. But even so,
Yeah.
it's just, I hope we start seeing those big games next year, because I'm sick of the ports, and 2020 has easily been Nintendo's worst year. Quite fitting, considering the entire year has been pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, part of me hopes we'll see a new Donkey Kong, but like the logical side of me says, that's not gonna happen.
I'm predicting
Don't dream
Mario...
too big, Tyler.
I'm predicting Mario Kart 9 and nothing else. But for smaller games, we
Yeah.
might be able, or we might see something like maybe a new entry in a casual Nintendo series.
I will say, actually,
Actually,
now
I've
that I'm thinking about
already
it,
been in this area, so I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Zelda's 30th anniversary is next year. I think we can start
yeah.
seeing
Totally.
some of those Wii U remasters go over to the Switch, and the rumored Metroid 5 2D game, I think we could see as well.
Yeah, Zelda, I'm sure they'll do something. I know they're gonna give Zelda a better treatment than they would for Mario, because for some reason Nintendo doesn't treat Mario seriously. But they could do something for Zelda, for sure. Maybe that Skyward Sword thing, or more info on Breath of the Wild 2. Not sure if it's coming out just yet, but... Yeah, I could see Zelda and Mario Kart 9, but I hope 2021 will be a big year for Nintendo. I mean, there's not much competition. 2017 was a big year. 2018 only had Smash Bros. And mediocre games, and ports of course. 2019 was pretty good. And then 2020 was absolutely abysmal. What do you got? Animal Crossing, a polarizing Paper Mario, and Age of Calamity, which looks pretty cool. Oh, and then you got a bunch of remakes, ports, and... They treat these like new releases, but... I've complained about Nintendo enough. So I think for 2021, things will be better. Just like they probably will be for the rest of the world, because Nintendo being, or not having that great of a lineup is a pretty minor problem, considering what's going on right now.
Yeah, I just hope they get their stuff together, because the scummy business practices they've been doing, that has not been okay.
Yeah, it's like if EA controlled Nintendo.
Speaking of, Doug Bowser originally worked at EA.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I don't think he has that much influence over what the company's doing right now, though.
Let's see if I can get some new costumes. So let's see.
Alright, I'm gonna look at the comments.
I already got the US costume, because I was gonna wear it, because we got a week until the election, so if you guys are able to vote, get out there and vote. So we're gonna...
I love 8-bit. One of, if not my favorite Mario Kart ever, but I'm more than ready for Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart Ultimate, or whatever. Yep, us too, man. Hey, Demeech, what do you think Bowser's Fury is?
I think it'll be like a side campaign that's more open world, though I'm not sure yet.
I pre-ordered the Game & Watch from Amazon UK, and it says it will be in my house November 19th. Have you guys pre-ordered the Game & Watch from the Amazon UK yet? No, not too interested in the Game & Watch collector's thing. I know you were telling me about it and wondering if you should get it, because I know you're big on getting Game & Watches and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna wait until it goes up for pre-order, because it's too expensive if you go and get it on Amazon UK.
Yeah. What if we got a second Mario Direct halfway through the Mario 35th anniversary, around December or January, that shows more info about 3D World Plus, and reveals Mario games for 2021?
That'd be great.
I think that would be great, but I think it's unlikely, just because the reason we had that Mario Direct was because it was the 35th anniversary.
It didn't come out on the 13th, though. Otherwise, it would be. But I do think it's a little unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if it was a General Direct, I think we have to have a General Direct next year. They can't keep just spilling information on Twitter like that for like 5 more years. but yeah. Icicle Gamer says, I want more legacy content on Switch, more NES, SNES, Game Boy, GBA, N64, Game Boy Color, Virtual Boy, and Wii. Funnily enough, I was playing I think it was a Game Boy Advance game. It's called Bomberman Tournament. It's basically the classic. It's basically Zelda gameplay, but with a Bomberman twist, and it's such a good fit that I'm so surprised that they haven't evolved the Bomberman concept further into that direction.
Yeah, exactly. I think, look, we're playing Mario Kart Live Home Circuit.
Yeah, go on.
We're playing Mario Kart Live Home Circuit in Mario Odyssey.
With worse controls.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are saying that COVID is a big player, yet Sony and Microsoft are pumping out new consoles. Yeah, that's kind of what we've been saying, but I think every company handled it differently. I think the case for Microsoft and Sony is that they're on the cusp of releasing next-gen consoles. I don't think they can delay that because they're both competitors to each other. It is odd though that Nintendo's been the way they have been this year, especially since a lot of the scummy business practices they've been doing has been building up from all these years.
Yeah.
I think you and I talked about it like years ago.
Matthew C. just commented, those consoles have been in the works for years, and yeah, I agree, because the PS4 and Xbox One came out in 2013. 2013, we were still in 8th grade. That is a long time ago.
Yeah, so long ago. Well, good times. I remember when
What? Dude,
you showed me
look at that.
Pac-Man was in Smash for the first time.
No, you had to get it in 26 seconds or under. Look at that. What luck.
That is.
Oh my
I have a
gosh.
Switch Lite. I just wish I could record on it. You can only screen record for 30 seconds at a time. Yeah, Nintendo. Sometimes they take 2 steps forward and then they take 2 steps back, especially with their UI, their online, and especially with that, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, the UI on the Switch isn't good. I think it was okay the first few years, but it really needs an update. Switch is almost 4 years old, can you believe that? And they still really haven't done anything with it outside of... It's pretty much a console before the Wii that can download games.
It still feels new to me.
Yeah, because a lot of it's Wii U ports.
00 says, does anyone think a Clone High reboot in a video game to go along on it? I mean, I guess
There we
if
go.
the reboot does well enough. Hey Demeech, do you think we'll get a new Mario baseball game next year during the summer for baseball season? That would be cool.
It would be cool. I'm not sure though, because Nintendo doesn't really release that many games in the Mario Sports series outside of tennis and golf, but baseball would be awesome.
Right. Have you played Miitopia? Thunder SP asks.
No, I haven't.
Nostalgia Legend says, I can't believe the Switch is nearly 4 years old. Yeah, us too.
Mario 35, I played it, it's pretty fun. It's just, I haven't really been playing that many games because I've been keeping up with school and everything and making videos. I think making videos is more fun than playing than what's on the Switch right now. Although things could change, it's just, I've been doing other things, so I haven't played much of it.
Speaking of like battle royale games, I did like check out some gameplay of the new Pac-Man battle royale. It looks pretty cool, but it's a Stadia exclusive right now, and Stadia is.
Are we actually talking about Stadia?
Well, I love Pac-Man, so I kind of have to talk about it. But the game looks cool. Like you can customize your own Pac-Man, and you can go to different mazes before somebody who owns the maze dies. It's cool. But Mario 35, it's fun. You know, I thought it would have been cooler if maybe they had like Mario 3 in there, Mario 2, Mario World in there as well, to compete. But if Nintendo is making it a limited release, obviously they don't really care that much about it anyways. But
Why even go to
it's
work when you're
fun
just...
enough.
Why even go to work when you're just gonna cause it to go away in a few months?
Right. The Gunch Show says, I hope Game Boy and or N64 games come to the Switch Online. I'd love to play Pokemon and Mario Land, and also replay Majora's Mask and Mario Kart 64 on the Switch. Oh yeah, dude. That's what we've been asking for.
That's what we've been waiting for! Except specifically with me. I would love to see DS, Wii, and GameCube games especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only legacy content we have on the Switch that's actually cool are the arcade games. I've wanted that for years. I even emailed Nintendo about it saying, hey, you should port these arcade games to the Switch instead of the inferior NES ones. Or that was actually during the Wii U era. And it's cool we're finally getting those, but everything else, who really cares about NES games that much anymore?
Yeah.
Also,
Kel says, yeah, Mario Basketball should be on the Switch.
Mario Basketball is pretty fun. Also, speaking of the NES, Did you know that they remade Super Mario Brothers, like the entire game for Mario 35? It still looks the same, but they remade it.
I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, they're not Sega, where they butcher the controls of a classic gameplay style.
Do you remember when Sega used to license AT games to make the mini Genesis systems, and they would release these Sonic games with the sound quality that's so distorted, and they'd be super glitchy?
You know what's funny? I almost bought one when I was in Chinatown when I was like a little kid, and my dad, I was crying because I couldn't get it, but my dad was like, "No, trust me, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Trust me."
You cried over Sonic.
Yeah, but yeah, not very good ports. Let's see. Who else? Ooh, Thunder SP asks, would you be down for a Zelda Battle Royale? That would be pretty awesome.
That'd be cool. Although they could kind of do that in Hyrule Warriors, though I'm not sure, though. So we're now in the Wooded Kingdom.
Yeah, go on.
We're now in the Wooded Kingdom, which was one of the first kingdoms we saw, and what do you think of the Wooded Kingdom? Because I think it's one of the most expansive, along with the Sand Kingdom.
It's expansive, and it's also like the most atmospheric, I feel. Like, I forgot what the term is called, but the music is indicative of where you go. So like sometimes it'll be less quiet or you'll hear it more, and I just love that, and hearing the ambience and just going around the woods. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, all the kingdoms in this game, I would say, are really cool.
Other than like the smaller ones.
Yeah, I think the only one that I was disappointed with was the Lake Kingdom.
Yeah, it was a bit too small.
Yeah, it just wasn't that appealing to me. I don't know.
I didn't find it disappointing. I'd rather play in the Lake Kingdom than somewhere like Tick-Tock Clock or Rainbow Ride any day.
Oh, Matthew C. asks, considering how apathetic you feel about Nintendo right now, have you considered branching out your content?
Yes, that's a really good question. It's just, the problem I have is that I already established, like, viewers who want to see Nintendo content, and I'll still make it, but it's just, I'm thinking of making 2 tech videos, one about the Samsung Galaxy S10e in the year 2021, if it's still a good phone, and a review of the Samsung Tab S6 Lite, because I love tech. That's another thing, and I love traveling, and I really like just comedy in general, so I'm thinking maybe stuff like that, but I'm not entirely sure yet, but I've definitely considered it, because I'm not gonna do something like, say, oh, I hate Nintendo so much, it doesn't bring me joy, I'm never gonna make content about it again, because it does bring me joy. Back in the Wii era, and even the Wii U era, or anything before that, really, but if Nintendo steps up their game and starts making better and high-quality games and releasing them at a more consistent rate and not pulling the anti-consumer BS that is Super Mario 3D All-Stars, I'd definitely be more excited to do it. I love making the Mario Kart Origins videos, but it seems that you guys like the more modern Nintendo content, which it's just hard to get excited over. I'm not saying that I won't ever be excited about it again, it's just I don't like these bad business decisions. I don't like a lot of their current games and what they're doing and releasing them unfinished and updating them. Their new president sucks. He really does. I guess 2020 just overall has a problem with bad leadership.
Yeah,
and that's a joke, guys.
Right.
Nintendo's just a company. Who cares about it in the grand scheme of things compared to other pressing issues in the world? It's just a joke.
Let's see. I went to a town. Oh, the Gun Show says, I went to a town fair one time and they were selling these bootleg NES systems. I can now say I played a Mario Kung Fu game.
What kind of game did he play?
Mario Kung Fu game.
I know exactly what he's talking about because before I made a pact to never order things from China again, I ordered a bunch of bootleg NES stuff from AliExpress, and I got this like handheld thing that could play or Famicom cartridges, I got this game, it was Mario 7 and 1, and no, it wasn't the legendary one that Vinesauce played. But it came with the weirdest games. It had a game called Kung Fu Mary, which is the one you were playing. It had, you know in Mario 3 when you go in the Toad Room or the Mushroom House and you play the game where you're matching up the power-ups and you could win a 1-up?
Yeah.
What that game did was it took Mario's head from that sprite and put it on Jackie Chan. And they called it Kung Fu Mari and called it a day.
It sounds like Hong Kong 97, but with Mario.
Also, no swearing or dead bodies or anything like that. They're not
Yeah.
vulgar or anything, they're just super weird. And then another bootleg game I played was Mario 14 or 10, or Mario 10 was the Kung Fu Mary thing. But there was another one that was a Joe and Mac clone with Mario. That one kind of worked. I could see that, but those clones are just so weird. And then they had Tiny Toon Adventures with Mario instead, and he's going around collecting carrots. It's amazing what the people in China and Taiwan come up with, like, if they're gonna sell bootleg stuff, because the Famicom's super easy to pirate. But before talking about more bootleg games, let's answer more questions.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the Lake Kingdom too.
So, let's,
Okay, let's see.
somebody,
Is Mario the only series you play? According to T&D, yes. According to myself, no. I've been playing a lot of other series. Mario's just the one I focus on the channel.
Lane Riddle says, I personally like all three games in this collection, but 3D All-Stars is pathetic. It's a limited release, they didn't put widescreen in 64, and they didn't even bother to put in Galaxy 2. Yup, and you know what's funny? Instead of just me and Demeech being the only ones talking about this, a lot of people were pretty upset for it as well, so happy
It's a-
people are, you know,
It's the
calling out
25th
Nintendo
anniversary all
because-
over again. That's all it is. But I would say this is even worse because those games were in high demand, and Nintendo just botched the release. Like, hey, let's just put this out in 2 days. Here you go. Although, according to the files, it's happened to be in development since February of this year. I don't believe that, though.
Yeah. Matthew C says, I actually really love the Lake Kingdom. I like how the mountains that border it look like a dress and all the zippers are... Oh, I didn't even catch that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to play Lake Kingdom again.
we'll go to Lake Kingdom after this. Lake
Yeah.
Kingdom's really fun, I think.
Lane Riddle says, I saw your post on Twitter about the Nick logo. What, the cheese one? I'm kidding. And I agree, the new logo sucks. The old one had so much personality and delivers so much nostalgia. I hate the new logo. Yeah, Nickelodeon kind of sucks in general at this point.
I mean, I
don't
hated-
watch TV anymore.
I hated that logo ever since I was a kid. That's when I used to watch Nickelodeon a lot when I was back in 4th and 5th grade. That's when they changed the logo, and I just thought, this is so lame. I found out the reason why they changed it, though. The reason why they changed it is because the executive at Nick at the time thought it looked good on a business card. For Christ's sake,
Yep.
it's a company that makes that has cartoons and live action shows that are designed for kids. You think they're gonna care what's on the business card? No!
Nope.
It's not like SpongeBob is a serious documentary on PBS. No, it's about sea creatures having misadventures, and it's just... I don't know. When things start to get corporate, that's when things start to lose their magic, and Nickelodeon definitely lost anything they had years ago, and I'll admit I don't really watch cartoons that much anymore outside of South Park. I saw the Pandemic special, that was hilarious, but I totally understand that it's not the same as it used to be, because I used to have a lot of variety, but they treat their
Yeah.
creators like crap, too.
Absolutely. I know that creator Chatter CH Greenblatt left Nickelodeon because of the time slots that they kept giving him for his recent show Harvey Weeks. So it goes to show you that they don't care. They just want the money.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Mr. Krabs is running the company, and the Camp Coral thing, that show looks like something you'd see, like the Johnny level stuff you'd see on YouTube. It looks like it was animated wherever those videos are animated. The Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar? No, Papa. Telling lies? No, Papa. It's just... They're so stupid, and they're so poorly animated, and this seems to be the exact same thing, and why is the baby trend coming back? Why did it come back? It started off with Baby Yoda, then Mr. Peanut turned into a baby.
To be fair, we're in a 90s renaissance.
Not really anymore, if you think about it.
The babies thing was in the 80s, no?
The Muppets Babies, I think, was in the 80s, but they also had dinosaurs, and they had they had Yoshi's Island. They had Baby Mario. And Baby Luigi.
Let's answer more questions. We got a lot to go through.
I'll start.
Thunder SP asks, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
If we're talking about classic Nick or Cartoon Network, then we can choose. I'll let you go first.
Classic Nick, if we're talking 90s to early 2000s, because shows like Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, Hey Arnold, I was gonna say Cat in the Hat. No, it was Cat Dog. Although the Cat in the Hat movie was hilarious. Then we got so many great shows from back then, but nowadays it's just a shell of what it used to be. Regular show, Adventure Time, almost anything from the early 2010s on Cartoon Network, so good. I can still watch them now because they're not exactly kids shows, especially regular show. Wasn't it so edgy when they said, "You pissed me off," and how in the H are we gonna fix this as?
You know, they censored that when I was watching some reruns on Hulu. I found that really funny. But what was I gonna say? I guess I'd go with Nick, but I almost want to say Cartoon Network because compared to Nickelodeon's schedule, Cartoon Network's cartoons were like a lot edgier. And I think you know what I mean with like shows like Billy and Mandy and Chowder and Flapjack.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, of course. So, I don't know. I would say both were at their prime during that time. But I think Nick takes the cake just because I think their shows just had more variety in different genres, and Cartoon Network just kind of had. I mean, they had variety too, but I mean, you remember their live action phase, and then like their different cartoon phases. You know,
well, the
Cartoon
thing
Network
is,
went through a lot of phases. Then
they're willing. What the hell happened to your mic?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, but I was gonna say, even though they were experimental, and we got stuff like the Problem Solvers, which, I'll admit it, I kind of like that show, but I understand why people didn't. And we got Mad, which was super weird. That's what made Cartoon Network fun, because they just didn't constantly rely on reruns of SpongeBob. That is until Teen Titans Go, but either way, I don't think that it really matters, because you can still watch all those great shows like Regular Show, Adventure Time. It's just, I get what you mean though.
Regular Show I think holds up better than Adventure Time, to be honest. Such a great show, but Ninfessor asks, have you, Demeech, seen the South Park episode that Cartman goes to Casa Bonita?
Yes.
Casa Bonita is based on a real place, and I think you should go there.
Yeah, I've seen it. I thought it was hilarious. And I know it's a real place.
The Gun Show says, Johnny? Yes, Papa. Joining Nick? No, Papa. Show me your GPS. Ah, crap, Papa.
I saw Johnny smoking crack. That was something we actually said at work one time. Johnny, yes, Papa. Chewing tobacco? No, Papa. Telling lies? No, Papa. Open your mouth. And then the smoking crack part was added in later. I used to watch Family Guy. It's gotten really dumb, but Family Guy is one of those shows where you know it's bad, but can't help but watch it. I think recently they had Caillou's dad and Peter Griffin on a swing talking about manners, and then Peter says, I feel like you're wearing what Rachel Maddow would wear to a pumpkin patch. Thousand Year Door 2 would be better.
Fun fact, the current voice of Caillou's dad is actually Mike Pollock, who's the voice of Dr. Eggman. So, if you didn't know, you know now.
I don't even think Caillou is still a thing anymore. I don't know.
Oh, it is. It is.
Because you have a younger brother, but I don't. So it's still a thing? Because I know the big thing now is Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol.
It just looks. It basically looks like how the last seasons of Fairly Odd Parents looked. Really cheap Flash animation.
So like what they did with Arthur?
Yeah, basically. It kind of sucks.
Well, it's Caillou. Do you really think that it matters? The show was never good to begin with.
Oh, what show?
Caillou.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, in general, animation getting cheaper, just to produce it faster just kind of sucks.
Yeah, it totally does, but it's Caillou, so I don't think the quality matters, although the Fairly Odd Parents, talk about a slow and painful death.
Ugh.
That show.
God. I think the turning point was when they got Drake Bell to play as Timmy Turner. Everyone was like, that's really miscast. Okay. Oh, here's a good question.
Wait, hold on.
If you could choose 1 to 10... Say that again?
Or what was it?
I was gonna say, if you could choose one Nintendo game to get a full ground-up remake, what would it be?
Probably Mario Sunshine. I think that game needs it the most.
That's a good question. I'd say Kid Icarus Uprising.
That's a really good answer too. I saw this comment saying, I was leaving the mall the other day and some guys were smoking weed right in front of the door. Had to hold my breath in order not to inhale the smoke. They were smoking that joint so much. Is this in a state where weed is legal? Because I've wondered, if you live somewhere like that, do they just, or if it's in a state like California or Colorado, are they able to just smoke weed outside and stink up the entire place? Because I wouldn't want to live in a place like that.
Yeah. I hate the new animation style of SpongeBob. I agree. I think it's too it's too much of a squash and stretch. It's gotten to the point where it's almost like Ren and Stimpy now more than SpongeBob, if you get what I mean.
Minus John K, of course. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I get what you mean. It's just,
Yeah.
the animation style is completely different. I don't mind it, it's just, I don't really watch SpongeBob all that often except for the first 3 seasons. Actually 5 seasons. Because that's a box set I have, because for some reason they barely have it on any streaming services.
Yeah. It just feels more focused on like physical humor, and SpongeBob was a kind of a smarter show than just physical humor, but I don't know. I guess SpongeBob's just not for me anymore.
I think SpongeBob's on Amazon Prime Video, but guess what else is that I'd rather be watching?
What? Oh.
My name is
it,
Borat. I like
Is it
you.
Borat?
I'm not gonna say the other part, but that movie was hilarious. Both of them. I saw the second one first, and then I watched the first one. If you guys are old enough to see R-rated movies, those are some of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, don't watch it if you're not of age. Trust me.
Actually,
there are things in there that kids are not meant to see.
Borat 2, I think it was... Actually, no. Both were extremely vulgar, but they were hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Professor asks, Demeech and Ty the Guy, what do you guys think Cars 2 is underrated? No, it's a boring film.
I've never seen it. The Cars things... Well, my favorite Cars movie is where they unbox the lightning... Oh, wait, that's not a Cars movie.
That's my favorite.
What is Pixar up to
Nostalgia
nowadays?
No, go on.
Oh, it's... I don't even know what Pixar is up to. Solomon's Key? What's that?
Oh no, they're making no, it's not Pixar. It's a movie called Soul. It's about like Jazz Harlem. This guy dies and he tries to get back to the real world. It's interesting. It's kind of like Inside Out meets like the cultural influence of Coco.
What was that movie that they released this year with the blue alien-looking guy? Or the...
That's Soul.
Oh, that's
It's
Soul?
coming out Christmas.
I thought it already came out.
No, it comes out on Disney Plus on Christmas.
What was the thing they released in April then? Or that... Onward or something like that.
Pixar? Oh, Onward. Yeah, that kind of sucks, in my opinion.
There are a few Pixar movies I didn't like. I like a lot of the classic stuff. Wasn't a big fan of Toy Story 4. Finding Dory was okay, although Ellen's mean. Ellen's mean, guys. She's mean. She's mean to her coworkers. She didn't even say hi to one of them. And she'll have guests just to be mean.
I really liked Coco. I thought that was almost like classic Pixar.
I think I saw Coco, I'm not sure. That's the Day of the Dead one, right?
Yeah, it's so good. Genuinely was so surprised when I saw it in the theaters. Really, if you guys haven't seen Coco, it's on Netflix. Actually, no, I think it's on Disney Plus now. But check it out. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it sounds like it. There's other Book of Life, yeah, it's called Book of Life, also based on Day of the Dead. Jorge R. Gutierrez, creator of El Tigre, worked on the movie. It's pretty cool when people incorporate their art styles. His art style is really cool. It's like the Day of the Dead art style. They snubbed him big time on Nickelodeon. They barely let him have the show. I think it only lasted for 2 seasons, and it was pretty cool what they did.
Yeah, El Tigre was really cool. I remember watching it. Gun Show says, hot take, I don't like Coco. I don't like Coco that much, to be honest. And then Carl Pruitt says, I'm not a fan of Coco. No, that's cool, dude. I mean,
no, I don't want to see I don't want to see the Koopalings anymore. And if Waluigi appears in Smash Bros, I would be so happy. He deserves more than being an assist trophy. And yes, Shrek 2 is the best sequel. What do you think of Shrek 2? Because I think that's easily one of the best sequels ever made.
I think it's one of the most underrated comedies ever made. I think it's just such a perfect comedy.
I think people...
It's such a quotable movie, and the finale, I think you and I can agree, it's one of the best finales, like, ever. It's just, like, you're on the edge of your seat. The rendition of I Need a Hero, I think, maybe rivals the original. It's such a good movie. I don't get why people say that Shrek 1 is better than Shrek 2.
I mean, I could see that, but Shrek 2 was better, I think.
Shrek 2 is way better. It just dials up everything. And I get it, like, people like the simplicity of Shrek 1, but I don't know, man. Shrek 2 just, like, hits all the marks for me. Like, especially that Cops parody that they do with Knights, and Puss gets the kitty litter out of his boot. He's like, that's not mine.
Alright, answering this other question. Wait, we should get Mario Kart All-Stars in 2022 for the 30th anniversary of Mario Kart. Just have all the games available on the Switch, and that includes the arcade games. But we need Mario Kart 9 first, because I'd rather have a new Mario Kart than a bunch of old ones. That goes for really anything. I know this is way late, but I just wanted to say I really liked your video on the Wario Land series. It's how I found you a few months ago, and it's still one of my favorite videos of yours. Yeah, that's one of my favorite videos, too. I wish the word would spread out about Wario Land more, but... You know, it's... A lot of people really like Mario Kart 9, but I'm glad that that's getting some recognition, too. That's one of my favorite videos I've made. There was also a video I made when 2020 was normal, which... I know those two words together don't really go together well, but... That's when I modded my Game Boy, and it was so cool playing Wario Land on a backlit IPS screen. Fairly easy mod to do. So we're going to go to the Luncheon Kingdom now. I think after that, we're going to...
we're going to end it off with after that?
Yeah, we're going to spend a little bit of time in the Luncheon Kingdom.
Okay, cool. Somebody asks, why does Prince Charming in Shrek 2 look like a girl or woman? I think that's the joke.
I think that is a joke. The fairy godmother's hilarious. The whole movie is just a middle finger to Disney, and I love it. But I feel like Shrek... People would take it more seriously if Shrek the Turd never happened and it never became a meme, or Shrek never became a meme. Because Shrek the Third is... I mean, I watched it a few months ago. It's alright. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but compared to the quality of Shrek 2, it just isn't there. So, if I were to rank the Shrek films... Alright, let's make this a Demeech video. Hey everyone, Demeech here. And today we'll be ranking all the Shrek movies. I love the Shrek movies, and they're some of my favorite movies of all time. So with that being said, here is every Shrek movie ranked, featuring T&D. I'm sorry to say this, but Shrek the Third is more like Shrek the Turd. The movie wasn't very good, had to focus on King Arthur too much, and overall just missed the mark. Should have kept it direct to DVD or direct to VHS, whatever it was at that time, because I think VHS tapes are still being made. Number 4, we got Shrek Forever After. That's a movie I actually enjoyed quite a bit. It wasn't as good as the first two, but it's still pretty funny. Especially the do the roar part.
Do the roar.
An ogre only roars when he's angry. You wouldn't want to see me angry. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, if anyone gets that reference, A+.
Are we talking about Ray Sipe?
Yes.
Okay, good. Number 1 or 2, Shrek 1. Shrek 1 was definitely a really good movie. It had some great lines, and then Shrek 2 was the best. Everything about that movie was great.
I agree.
You've been to a crack hut? It's called a crack house. Unless there's like a Pizza Hut that's worn down, run by crackheads. Well, considering that the fast food restaurant I worked at was pretty much that.
I will say, I know everybody hates Shrek the Third. I don't think it's that bad. I think people kind of... Here's my problem with Shrek the Third. It has a lot of good ideas. It's funny at points, but I think the movie needed to be longer. Especially with Shrek and Arthur kind of bonding. I really don't think we needed all of that, of Fiona and her mother trying to escape the castle. I really don't think we needed all of that. But I thought Prince Charming as the villain was really funny.
It was funny. We got another good question. Borat or Shrek? Actually, neither. Bruno's better because it causes your girlfriend's son to leave the theater. He'll just walk out after Bruno! No, all those movies were hilarious. But if I had to choose between Borat and Shrek, I don't know, because they're both completely different. Shrek is family friendly, Borat is definitely not, but I think it was funnier because it was actual reactions from real people. You remember the national anthem thing, right? Where they were at the rodeo, and Borat sang the national anthem to the tune of the U.S. national anthem, and he says, Kazakhstan is the best country in the world. Every other country is run by little girls, and then when he says Kazakhstan's the #1 exporter of potassium, they all start booing, and I heard behind the scenes that there was going to be a riot that's so bad that he could have almost gotten seriously hurt or in big trouble for that, because when it comes to going to a rodeo like that and making fun of the national anthem, you do not want to mess with those people. You don't want to mess, especially if they're all drunken at a rodeo anyway. Think about how the cage fight went on in Bruno. Although, I'll admit, that was difficult to watch. I wish they didn't throw that in there, but the reactions were hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. I'll say Shrek. Because I think Borat, while it's very funny, can get a little bit repetitive. And I guess with Shrek, it's like more of just kind of simple. It's a little bit of a simpler story structure for me. I don't know. They're both very different styles of comedy. It depends on what mood I'm in.
I would say overall, though, maybe Shrek, because I've had a longer experience liking the movies. I remember when Shrek the Third came out, they had the Happy Meal toys, and I had almost every one of them. And that's when Happy Meal toys used to be cool. Remember back in the 2000s where they had the actual games for Crash Bandicoot and Sonic? They were like the Game & Watches. Those were really cool. And they had the Shrek figurines that would talk. And I had the Shrek one, he'd say, I'm an ogre! Then there was Donkey who said, Peekaboo, are we there yet? Shrek! I think Gingy was the funniest, though, because you pressed his gumdrop button and he'd say, not another gumdrop button! You could do Gingy better, so say that.
Not the gumdrop button!
Pretty good. If they ever make Shrek 5 and need another voice actor, apply now.
I'm right here. Professor asks, why did Shrek 2 give a middle finger to Disney? Well, they kind of like subvert expectations on like tropes Disney usually goes after. So like, for example, Prince Charming, is making fun of the usual like hero figure that you see in Disney movies, but they're making fun of him because he's actually like this flamboyant mama's boy.
That's what's funny about it.
Yeah.
The whole movie is
So
just...
it's basically like parodies on like tropes that you see in those types of movies.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if Shrek 5's actually happening.
It is, but the release date just keeps changing. I've heard so many things about that. Like, I've heard, like, it's a soft reboot. I heard it's a hard reboot. I heard the original cast is coming back. I heard, like, they have more stories with Shrek. I honestly... where else do you go after Shrek Forever After? Do you meet Shrek's parents?
They're gonna have baby Shrek. It's gonna be his origin story. Or better yet, it's gonna be live action Shrek.
That, I think they actually discussed that after, like, they did the Shrek musical. I don't think it's a good idea, just because, like, what's the point?
It could be meme-worthy, but I saw an important question.
Oh, for sure.
Someone asked if I was gonna do Mario Party-related stuff similar to Mario Kart, but I have some bad news for you. I'm not the one to do that, because I don't have much experience with Mario Party. It's just, every time I played multiplayer games, it was either Mario Kart, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or Smash Bros. But I haven't played much of Mario Party, mainly because the only one I had was on the DS for quite some time, and I don't have much experience with it. Mr. Beast is gonna be in Shrek 5, I'm not joking. He better be. He's gonna make a video called, "I paid the producers $1 million to be in Shrek 5.
I know Eddie Murphy said that it's a good script, and that they already finished recording. So, I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe next year, but more likely than not, it's gonna be 2022, because keep in mind that, NBC Universal bought out DreamWorks, and the head of Illumination is now kind of overseeing all of DreamWorks productions. So stay cautiously optimistic, because if you know Illumination like me, they like to put a lot of annoying things in their movies.
Minions.
As of recently. Like Minions. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up there, because it's another thing. 2020 will definitely delay a lot of movies that were supposed to be scheduled. I think things could go back to normal now, maybe. I'm not sure. Things are definitely going to get delayed, though. It's going to be another Avatar 2 situation, except I think Shrek would be successful. Avatar was just... Everyone thought 3D was the coolest thing in 2009, and now we're in an era where people don't care that much about it. Not saying it's bad or anything, it's just... Do they really care that much about 3D anymore?
No, I mean, but honestly, I don't even remember what most of the movie was about.
I didn't even see it.
That's kind of... I saw it when it came out, and like the whole theater was packed, and I remember coming out of it, and I was like, that was okay. I mean,
my uncle told me about it. He had stocks in IMAX for quite some time. Hopefully he sold them off now.
IMAX is very cool, and this is coming from... I'm a film major, so I'm very passionate about films, so seeing movie theaters shut down right now, it's just... It's such a shame. It takes away such takes away such a integral experience to the movie-making world, but go on.
I think movie theaters will open up eventually, because when I was visiting my sister this weekend, she lives 2 hours from me, so I was staying in that area for a few days, also celebrating my mom's birthday. It was just, we went to this mall and there was a movie theater, Regal Cinemas, and it was completely empty. It was like a ghost town, and the lights were off. It just captured 2020 very well, and not in a good way either. But I think movie theaters could come back. It seems like things seem to be getting somewhat normal, or people are treating it as such. Obviously, though, people are wearing masks, and hey, if you're an anti-masker, feel free to leave, because I want nothing to do with you. It's just...
Yeah.
I had an experience at UPS where I was returning something, and this guy's in there not wearing a mask, and I get away from him, and he says, "What, you scared of catching something?" I'm like, "No, no, yes, I am scared of getting something. I don't want to deal with it, but if you go to a nicer area, I mean, it's alright area, but just, people can be really stupid. It can be really stupid if, I don't care, if you don't wear a mask and you just don't want to help others, you're not a good person." When you say you want the anti-maskers to leave and 3 people left the stream, did 3 people actually leave the stream?
I don't think they would say that if it actually happened. Why do people think all problems will go away when 2020 ends? I mean, it's just kind of like the hope that things start getting better.
Oh, I can explain it. No, we're not going to get political here, but I can explain. People just think 2021 will be closer to a solution to the vaccine, which that's why people think it'll be better, because 2019 might have not been an amazing year for some. I mean, it was for me. A pretty damn great year, but, you know, I could definitely see people not liking or thinking it'll be better, because we're that much closer to some progress, and I've already seen the vaccine trials and everything. It seems to be going okay. It's just I want to make sure that everything's backed by science and everything is safe, which I think that's obvious. Oh, you're serious? I don't know, maybe some people just...
AMC is on the verge of bankruptcy. Yeah, that's why I'm worried of movie theaters going forward, because movie theaters for a while have been losing money. That's why you see like prices in concession stands going up so drastically high.
Yeah, exactly, and
you know,
only for people to go to the dollar store and get some snacks afterwards, or God forbid if they get like coffee there. It would be an absolute nightmare if they went to a restaurant and took some of the sweetener packets. I mean, nobody could do that, could they?
I do it. Somebody asks, what do you think about the MCU?
That's a question for you, not me.
Okay, yeah, well, I've seen all the MCU movies, except Captain Marvel. It's good, though I feel like sometimes some of the movies are there to progress the overarching storyline forward instead of actually being a real story. And then sometimes I feel like they don't go all the way with some of the ideas that they have in terms of the source material. So, yeah, I like the MCU for what it is. I'm not very excited for the future too much. I'm just not interested. I definitely don't like what the MCU did to Spider-Man. But yeah, that's kind of my opinions on the MCU so far.
But
I love Infinity Game though.
I watched Endgame when I was in Greece. It was pretty cool seeing it in an outdoor theater, and they had a place where you could get snacks, like it's a kiosk. Very nice memory, and I think that was only about a year ago, which is absolutely insane, but my brother spoiled the ending for me, so there you go. And I said, "What the hell did you just do?" And my mom said, "Oh, don't worry about it, it's just a movie." No, don't spoil movie, guys. It's not nice.
Movie theaters are events. That's like the fun part about them.
I don't think...
Milan. But go on.
I mean, I don't think 2020 will cause everything to go bankrupt, because when I was at the mall, they had a Chuck E. Cheese when we were driving by, and I saw it looked like it was pretty normal. People were still going. A lot of people just either don't care about the virus or are just safe and want to have normal lives. Some situations prevent people from having that if they have someone who's high risk or live with older people, but if you're safe and you know what you're doing, I don't really see that much of a problem. It's just...
I was going to say, Icicle Gamer says, I get spoiled for games all the time by Prosafaria Gaming. Ah, yes, our mortal enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Prosafaria Gaming is a huge spoiler. Yeah, every time a new game releases, I see his stuff pop up, even though I'm not, like, subscribed to him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. He spoiled Super Mario Odyssey for me. Yeah, that's one.
He almost spoiled. He almost spoiled Crash 4 for me.
He almost did?
Yeah, he almost did because I looked up Crash 4 for a second and it said Crash 4 all cutscenes and there was like a kind of a spoilery thumbnail. Thankfully, I clicked off.
Good for you. It's just, I block Prosafia Gaming, so hopefully that will cause the notifications and stuff to go away. It's worked. I haven't seen many of his videos, but I also make an effort not to look at spoilery stuff. I just think it's a combination. But it's not nice to do.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Professor says, what's you and Ty the Guy's favorite fast food movie promotion for McDonald's in the 2000s? Now that's a good question.
You hate McDonald's.
Now I do, but I had it when I was a kid.
Movie, I don't know. Probably Shrek. Probably Shrek the Third, even though that's my least favorite Shrek movie. But I also really like the Sonic and Crash toys, even though it was years until I got a game system. I just thought it was so cool, and the McDonald's commercial for Sonic in Pakistan is hilarious to this day. Sonic skateboard! Rogan, Amy Dennis.
I remember more like the SpongeBob Burger King toys.
Oh no!
From back in the day.
I remember those too.
And I still have the Timmy Turner, the Fairly Odd Parents ones from Burger King as well. There's like a Timmy Turner figure that you have. If you put him in hot water, the color on the figure goes away. If you put it in cold water, the color comes back. I still have it, and it worked for like a good 10 years, but now the color is sadly not working anymore.
I'm sure if you ever wanted a replacement for some reason, for like $1 on eBay or something, but I remember the SpongeBob toys from Burger King. I also remember the I Like Square Butts commercial, which I'm so surprised actually happened.
I mean, I think they banned it after, like, I think parents, like, spoke out about it, but, man, times were different back then.
Yeah, it was the soccer moms who wanted everything banned. Remember Jack Thompson and GTA and the soccer moms?
Yeah.
They
different
fought
times.
They fought so hard to create the ESRB and ban violent games only to have 10 years later, okay, little Timmy, here's Call of Duty, have fun.
Somebody says, hashtag take Waluigi to Washington.
Take Waluigi. I'm sure Waluigi will be a good president. He'd just say, alright, everyone be nice to each other and I have one request. Put me in Smash. Nintendo should have a Twitter account for Waluigi. Like an official Twitter account.
They'll never do it.
Nintendo hates Waluigi. Who does Nintendo hate more, Waluigi or Toadsworth? Because at least Waluigi's in a lot of games. They just hate Toadsworth so much.
They don't even use Toadsworth. I mean, I'd be surprised if they used him in the movie.
He has a role. He's Peach's assistant. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't like him.
Right.
Nintendo hates Waluigi, and at least Toadsworth was in Sunshine. For some reason, they don't even like Luigi that much. Haven't you noticed that there's so much of Mario and Peach, but not Luigi?
Yeah.
Like in Mario Kart Tour. Who likes Peach that much? Especially after Odyssey. I don't understand why so many people would like Peach. Rosalina and Daisy, maybe I can understand that. Pauline especially, but Peach, not so much. No. Yes, I remember the typo on Twitter. No, I'm not going to say what it was. Do you remember it?
No, I don't.
Where it was Waluigi and a Wiggler. And they had...
yeah, I remember that.
I can't believe that actually happened.
You know how Twitter is.
Waluigi's getting love in Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, but that's not developed by Nintendo directly. A game like Mario Kart Tour is. But Luigi is the better brother.
Speaking of, who's been replaying Luigi's Mansion 3 in preparation for Halloween?
I have a little bit. I've also played a little bit of the first game, but 3 is better.
What classes do you and Ty the Guy have this year? Film production, cinematography, editing, film history 1, and screenwriting 1.
Yeah, it sounds pretty nice.
Yeah. What else? Nintendo hates any character that ends with EG. Mario character that ends with EG. Yeah, that's true.
Or Worth.
Hey guys, what's a toddler show that makes you really nostalgic?
Barney or Blue's
Big
Clues?
Comfy Couch.
Really, the Big Comfy Couch?
Yeah.
I had no idea that had such an influence on you, so that's why you thought the Big Comfy Couch Xbox game was funny?
Yeah, because it brought back memories. I remember the Dust Bunnies section. I remember I loved it as a kid.
No, I thought it was funny. The Dust Bunnies were funny too. I used to watch that before dinner. They had PBS.
Yeah.
I think the show is Canadian. You remember Major Bedhead?
Yeah,
And
I do.
Granny Garbanzo? It seems like we got a lot of Canadian shows. Nelvana, I think that's what the animation company is called, or the thing that makes all those Canadian shows. Johnny Test. Total Drama Island. Big Comfy Couch.
Total Drama Island is kind of a guilty pleasure. I think it's kind of funny sometimes. I think only when Chris is the host, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the new one seems really weird. Let's see. Mario Odyssey and Luigi's Mansion 3 are the best Mario games this generation. Yes, they are. They absolutely are.
I have to go. Love your channel, Demeech. Thanks for joining us, dude.
Thank you. Let's see if there's anything in this area. I can't believe there's all this pink medicine here. I think that's medicine in there.
What is your favorite Total Drama season? I really like World Tour. I thought that was kind of the peak of Total Drama.
I haven't watched that much of it, so I couldn't tell you.
But of course, as a film student, I like Total Drama Action as well. But I didn't see the show like all the way through. I just saw like bits and pieces from what I can.
Wait, do you think that... Alright, this is a good question. Do you think that Blue's Clues went downhill after Steve went to college?
From what I remember, yes. No.
I remember it not being
actually,
as... I remember...
Because didn't they do like the weird Blue's Clues puppet thing where Blue talked?
Blues Room? Yes, they did.
Yeah, that was... I remember that was a big deal, and it was so weird.
I mean, it was
weird.
weird.
I would say, yeah.
But I would say it didn't go downhill because I still enjoyed watching it, but I always preferred Steve as the host because he was the original. Now they got a third one. They got a new Blues Clues series. It's good that kids are being able to watch Blues Clues now because that was one of the best shows.
Yeah.
I'd rather have them watch Blues Clues than the Johnny crap that's produced in Blender in like 10 minutes. Like, are they really good? Thinking about that, you know how people are nostalgic for certain things? Like, the 90s was really big in the 2010s, and then maybe I would say the 2000s will become really big in the 2020s. I mean, they already kind of have been. Do you think that years from now, we're going to have nostalgic... or you know how they have blind boxes for the 90s?
Uh-huh.
Are we going to have Gen Alpha blind boxes that have Baby Shark t-shirts, Johnny cereal?
Yeah,
That's what That's what they grow up on.
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug.
Especially for companies. I mean, Pokemon relies so heavily on nostalgia. And not in a good way either.
I'm hoping since... we're already kind of out of the 2000s craze. I'm hoping the 2020s has more of that just because that's when I grew up and those were great times. But I'm not looking forward to seeing Baby Shark being remembered as something prestigious.
Prestigious? I think it's one of the most viewed videos on YouTube. Almost 7 billion people seen it.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, it is disappointing, but, you know, at the same time, I don't care. That wasn't my life. Although I feel sorry for whoever has to deal with that. And isn't able to go. Well, this year obviously they couldn't, but even before then, kids nowadays are just thrown in front of a tablet, consuming Johnny Johnny and whatever else they can find because the parents don't know how to parent.
Yeah.
All they do is just, they have these Instagram stories and stuff, and everything is just live for social media for a lot of those parents, unfortunately. But it's just kind of silly, that's all. Like, I'm sure people wouldn't understand that, you know, back in my day, we used to work when we were 10 years old compared to back in my day, we used to watch actual TV. I mean, they sound completely silly to two different generations, but it'll be funny seeing Johnny Johnny remembered years from now.
For sure. Keep calm and Dada on, Ty the Guy. Thanks.
Yeah, it's so weird how this went from a Mario Odyssey celebration to a stream talking about Borat, then Shrek, then talking about freaking Caillou and Blue's Clues and the Teletubbies. We didn't bring up the Teletubbies yet.
We've kept a consistent group of people sticking with us, so maybe we're doing something good.
Like, how can you... What kind of world could you understand going from something like Mario to Shrek to the Teletubbies? It doesn't make sense.
Mario.
To be fair, modern everything's bad, modern business, modern television, and modern just has no personality. Well, I agree with you there. The minimalism movement for logos is BS. I think that flashy logos will always be cooler, but I think to myself in the end, does it really matter what the logo is in the long run? Because it's not going to stop me from enjoying something. Well, a logo can matter, but the logo, if they change the logo for Doritos, I'm still going to enjoy Doritos.
I do miss the old logo for Doritos.
Are we talking about the first one from the 2000s or the one with the sound wave? That's the one I remember.
I think the sound wave.
Yeah. And
Although I think it's the best flavor.
I like the weird flavors, the ones that no one talks about. Like the taco flavored ones. Those are really good.
Like Nicotado cheese.
We're not gonna go there, but they had this wasabi flavor that was really good. I wish they still had it. But when it comes to chips, my favorite are easily going to be Hot Cheetos and Takis. Just, it's fun eating them because you get the burst of heat. They taste really good, but they're not that spicy unless you get the extra flaming hot. Not sure if you like them, though.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. What are classes? I'm doing a business major, so classes related to that. It's a lot of work, but it's not too hard.
Yeah. The Among Us characters look like the bottom half of the Teletubbies. Yeah? I agree.
Exactly. Teletubbies... Did you watch the Teletubbies at all? Because my mom was telling me even when I was younger, that's a show that's made for, like, literal babies when I was 2 years old. So the Teletubbies, when I was 2, I was at a point where I was too old for the Teletubbies.
Right.
It's just... Who was your favorite Teletubby?
I honestly don't remember the names, but you sound like you're echoing right now. Are you near your mic?
Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with it, but we're talking about the Teletubbies, so that could be it. Let's talk about the future of Nintendo instead of the Teletubbies.
Well, there's not really much to say. Maybe, I guess Smash predictions? Crash for Smash would be cool.
What if Nintendo, once they start having every character from every game they can think of, are they going to start adding fourth-party characters like Goku, SpongeBob, and Shrek?
No, not for this game. Maybe for the next game. I feel like Sakurai's getting there.
Alright, I'm gonna answer this.
I remember one time he said no third-party characters, and then the rule kind of broke.
There are no rules with Smash, so let's see. No, I'm not gonna do collabs with people who aren't YouTubers, mainly because it's nice having people who have experience making videos. So, that answers your question right there. You were born in 2006 and alive for 3 years when we left that era? Wow. I feel so old now, that people who were born in 2006 are using YouTube now, because, I mean, I remember 2006 like it was yesterday.
Yeah, good times.
I mean, almost anything was better than this year, but things will get better. I'm sure this will be a distant memory in just a few months.
Let's hope so.
It's just... Here's a lesson for all you guys. Don't ever take anything for granted, because you don't know how good it was until you lost it. That's how I felt this weekend, because when I was just visiting my sister and staying at the hotel, I was able to go in the hot tub with no one there, and I just remembered how nice it was being able to go to the hot tub, go swimming, and just relax and live a somewhat normal life. In the mall too, walking around, going to stores, it reminded me of just how life was before, and just the small things in life. So just don't take anything for granted and stay positive. So best advice I could give you guys during these times, because complaining, all it's going to really do is, at this point, it's okay to complain once in a while, but complaining about stuff you can't really change, it won't get you anywhere, so it's better to occupy your mind with fun things instead. And you can still have fun, just make sure you have the proper safety precautions and have a good group of people to hang around with.
Oh, for sure. Thanks to Minecraft Steve, Sonic now has the power to punch people into Minecraft. Yep.
Someone said I love 2006, but I wish I got to consume the 2000s. You still can. I was born in 99, but that didn't stop me from consuming 90s stuff. I can tell you some 2000s things that you'd probably really like to see. So, one of the things that was most known in the 2000s was the DS. Great system, had a great library of games. The Wii is another one that was fantastic. You can get a DS fairly cheap. 3DS isn't that much more expensive either. I believe you can get a 2DS, which will play 3DS and DS games for just $50.
Yeah, DS was pretty huge. I remember my first DS game was, I think Kirby Squeak Squad and Spectrobes, and I got a DS Lite. I think, actually, DS Lite was my first Nintendo console, technically.
Yeah, that was my first too. But, let's see.
Yeah.
My first console was the DS and New Super Mario Brothers, but the first game I got was Brain Age 2, and then I got Scribblenauts. Both great games.
Scribblenauts. Love that game.
Maxwell for Smash.
I'm gonna start heading out pretty soon.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Or are you gonna keep going?
I think I'm gonna end it about here, because a lot of it's just been more relaxed and not so much getting moons, but just chatting and playing Super Mario Odyssey, and I think we're at a pretty good point now, because we've been going on for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Do this more often.
Hopefully there's some food in the fridge now, because I wake up, there's nothing. I wait 2 hours, hopefully there's something there. I wake up, there's nothing. I wait 2 hours, there's nothing. But, anyways, thanks for watching the celebration of Super Mario Odyssey. Can't believe it's been 3 years since this game. Still love it very much to this day. I'm Demeech.
And I'm Ty the Guy.
And keep calm and da-da on.
See you guys.